right? Good. We'll see. So I was approached for Dubai,
Okay.
heading this pick a book thing.
Yeah.
So KVT met me here, but that time I had recently taken BNI franchisee, and my
Hmm.
whole focus was to, really take my region to a level where I wanted to. So I very politely, because I respect KVT a lot, I have taken two trainings with KVT, and I find him the most interesting person, and I try to model him when I'm doing any kind of coaching.
I have never got an opportunity to meet him, but though I'm enjoying to be on Pick a Book,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
He's an amazing person, very nice storyteller. Most importantly, he's able to connect to you. That this morning on LinkedIn is working with some article collaboration, and it talks about public speaking. So in public speaking, most important is to the you know read the signals from your audience. What are they listening? How it is delivering? How it is being perceived? And that matters. Like that's the same experience I mentioned in the book. Like how what you are saying is okay, but is it being perceived the way you want?
True. So I think we are all set to start now.
I am very much okay, as and when you want. And
Okay,
I
Shadi,
notice we are twinning. Without any plan, we are
yes,
twinning today.
yes, yes, yes. That's a very nice thing to start with. So, Shadi,
Yeah.
should I start now? Okay. So, good evening, dear readers. A very warm welcome to today's Author Saga session hosted by Pick a Book Global. I'm Dr. Lavesh Pandey. I'll be your moderator for today evening. Today, we are honored to have all of you join us for an inspiring discussion with the very talented author, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, who has recently launched his first book titled Being a Journey. Dear viewers, I encourage all of you to keep an open mind and engage with us throughout the session. We want this session to be an interactive and enriching experience for all of you. So if you have any questions or you want to share your thoughts, please feel free to use the chat box. We'll try to address them at the end of the session. Meanwhile, others are joining. Before we begin, allow me to quickly brief you all about Pick a Book. Pick a Book is a global movement dedicated to fostering a love for reading and personal growth through the wonders of literature. With a presence in over 5 different countries, our mission is to encourage individuals to develop their full potential by engaging in various aspects of personal growth through the magic of books. And Author's Saga is an online engaging segment by Pick a Book Global, connecting readers and authors through inspiring conversations. It is a platform wherein the authors can reach out directly to their readers. At the same time, the readers get an opportunity to hear directly from their authors. So now, without any further ado, let me introduce our esteemed guest for today's Author Saga session, Mr. Pankaj Gupta. Pankaj is
Thank
a
you, Dr. Lavesh.
You're welcome, sir. Pankaj is a global mentor, life coach, motivational speaker with a master's degree in economics, more than 27 years of work experience. He is currently the director of SMC Group of Finance Company, overseeing operations in Gulf region. He is residing in Dubai for past 17 years, and Pankaj is the executive director at BNI Dera, Dubai. He is co-active coach, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, mentoring SME owners in their professional and personal journeys. He is also the director of Quest Mind Coaching LLC, which is focused on mentoring and executive coaching. Pankaj's dedication and contributions were acknowledged with Founder Award from Dr. Misner in 2019, and recently he has been awarded with honorary doctorate from Thames International University. With such an amazing and inspiring bio, the excitement levels are all building up, and I now invite our esteemed guest speaker for today, Mr. Pankaj. Pankaj, a very warm welcome on Author Saga platform. We are delighted to have you here.
Thank you, Dr. Lavesh and Anshu, for giving this opportunity. And all, as I was just telling you, the founder of this Pick a Book, Mr. KVT, he is really a guru and wonderful gentleman.
Thank you, sir. So are we all set to begin now? Yeah, so Pankaj, first of all, please accept my congratulations for your first book being on behalf of Pick a Book.
Thank you very much.
So now as we begin, my very first question to you is, Pankaj, when we talk about books, the first thing which attracts a reader towards the book is the title or the cover page of the book. We can say the cover page is the essence of a book. So what made you come up with such a deep title, Being?
So, the entire purpose of writing this book was to share my journey. I am a very ordinary person, like any of us, and I have done through various, ups and downs in life, and I have learned through various gurus, mentors, coaches throughout my life. And the purpose of sharing my journey could not be anything other than being what you want to be, right? Your being. In Hindi, we say it prani. So, what is your identity which you want to establish? And how is your journey towards that? And this entire idea of this book is helping people understand what they want to be and how can they be what they want to be.
That is true. That's very thoughtful of you to come up with such an inspiring book. So, Pankaj, this is your first book as an author. So, was there any epiphany moment when you decided, when you realized that this, yes, it is this moment and I want to share my story with the world out there? Or was it a long pending thought going on in your mind?
So, I would say it is a mix. So one is definitely when in my journey in BNI, I see, people, they are writing books and I see the name of or the picture of those writers on titles of their books. It used to inspire me. I used to feel, oh, can I do that? And believe me, I was not even a, kind of a reader. I should have been in my growing up years. And when this thought came to my mind, my wife said, have you gone mad? You'll write a book. And they're the best critics for us because they know us better than us.
True.
And I said, no, I want to write this book. And she said, what will you write? I said, I have learned so many things. I want to write this book. uh, then a moment came when I met Anshu in Singapore. So Ayush Bansal is one of the very well-known director for BNI, and this gentleman was sitting with me, and Anshu came and said hello to him. He introduced me to Anshu. So God brings things to you on a platter, right? And Anshu got introduced to me as a publisher. I said, okay, well done. Came back and didn't contacted back. It's Anshu who then called me, and she said, I want to have a one-to-one with you. And I'm thinking, oh my God, okay, she really helped me, and she gave me the way. She did show me the light because what happens is when knowledge is like an ocean, right? And you are learning so many things. You have so many stories to share. Now, how do you articulate them in a book in few pages, right? And that's where Anju helped me. She guided me the first step. And as we always believe that only the first step is the difficult one. Once you have taken that, then the journey is through and through and through. So she asked me that can you write just 10 titles of your book, the chapter names, not even the title of the book, chapter names of your book. right? And that was the start of this journey. That was the moment where I feel, yeah, this I can do, right? And that was amazing. I really thank her for this because she did show me the way.
She is truly an inspiration for us too, and we are very lucky to have her with us. And
True.
so, sir, like coming to Anshu ma'am, so like we say, procrastination is the roadblock for success. So, were you also procrastinating till Anshu ma'am pushed you into writing?
So, somehow I have been a very careful about not being into procrastinating anything. If it is just the project, if I take it in hand, I'll finish it, right? So it was an aspiration that I want to write a book, but I had never started that project. I had never taken that project into hand. It is as if like, okay, I want to go there, right? I love to go there. I love to do that. But the moment I think, oh, now I want to do it, that's the time I'll do it. So that trigger from I would love to do it to let's do it wasn't true. And you'll not believe. Uh, just imagine how much time would I have taken to write those 10 titles, 10 chapter names one day. And the
That's
very first
incredible.
draft, yeah, and very first draft of the book I had shared with Anshu in 30 days time. So yes, it is a journey because you keep on working, 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 and reviews, and then rewrite things, and then read it for yourself. And I know I have got the book printed digital form 4 times in the total period of 6 months, I would say. In April, we spoke about it the first day, and October we launched. So nearly 6 months journey. I printed it at least 4 times because until I hold a book and read it by turning the pages, I don't get the feel. I don't.
Yes.
Uh, I'm not able to embody my reader and really feel that is how am I feeling as a reader, right? I learned something which helps a lot, which is changing perspectives. So if I need to think how you are thinking right now, I'll have to sit in your chair, embody you. Only then I can really understand your perspective. So procrastination, no, but yes, the trigger to pick up this project was definitely Anshu.
Hmm. Sir, so I read your book and I felt that being is not a typical self-help book, with various theoretical aspects of success or happiness. But in fact, it's a very practical book. I should say it is a journal kind of book with a stepwise approach to self-discovery. At the start of the book, you have mentioned a questionnaire session for introspection for the readers. So, can you please give a brief insight to our readers about your book as a whole and why did you start the book with a questionnaire?
So, you know, the first thing is when just put yourself in a shoe of a person who is wandering through a bookstore. He picks up a book. Now you see the title of this book, nothing very fascinating, cool, calm, sea, and there are some footsteps. This is a picture. It took me around 3 days of hunting to finding the right picture for the title. Because my point was it's a journey, and I want to. I love the water, and I feel that calmness of water. The most important part is, you know, when I will go through the book in the session, oh, who is this Pankaj Gupta? I am not John Maxwell, that people know me. Then they are turning few pages. If they reach to the questionnaire, right, and they read those questions, just imagine if you read this question, what are some of the activities you find yourself currently engaged in, but you would rather not be doing that? If you are a reader, your mind started working on it. Your mind started questioning, what the hell? Why such a question? What am I doing which I should not be doing? Right? Or look at the second one. What is something you have a strong desire to pursue but haven't taken action on it yet? Will my reader Standing in the bookstore, be able to see these questions, you know, tingling his mind. That's the curiosity. That's a why. If I am able to generate a why should I read this book? I don't know this guy, right? Why should I read this book? So these questions helps people understand the why. Why should I read this book? What has been spoken about this? And then if you look at the entire book, I went into the flow of my journey, and I went into the flow of the learnings I have received. So, a big thank you to BNI and its members. I met an NLP coach, and I started learning NLP. I met an embraining coach. I started learning embraining. I met an executive coach. I appointed her for me. And then she said, Pankaj, why don't you do the course which I did? All that journey, I put it into these 10 chapters. My point was the book, is it a book which you read and keep aside? Or is it a book which you can do workshops on? So all these 10 chapters, while I was writing, I have written these 10 chapters in a way that each one can be picked up and a 3-hour workshop can be done for people. So it started with introspection. Consider yourself as a rough diamond, right? Until you brush it, you clean it, you polish it. Can you really fit it in a necklace? Will it really work? So I don't want to start talking about your career or your business. First, I want to start about you. And who am I to start about you? It is you. You will start about you. And that is why we started with introspection. Once you introspect, and the gentleman I'm talking about here, Milan, I myself was in this position that I'm standing and looking at. Even now, if I see the view right now outside window, I can see the sea, right? But we have a club here. It's called Lonely at the Top, right? So all the people at the top are lonely. They cannot discuss anything with anybody. Why they are lonely at the top? Because they are lonely at the top, they have a hollowness. They are not authentically happy. That's what brings me to my first chapter of introspection, that okay, let's know what I am doing and let's value what I am doing, right? And then we went into the value mining. So is it important to know your values? How many people today, even the avid readers, have a purpose statement for their life? I was really in a workshop who made me do a purpose statement for my life. And I created this beautiful purpose that I am a river, right? Who lives to nurture lives in and around me. And then when I met these gentlemen, the group again, after a year, they said, Pankaj, okay, good. You are living like a river. What else can you do to society? So now, can you nurture such rivers who become rivers? And I was reading another book other day. It talks about the servant leadership. Is all about, is the people who you are serving growing in themselves? Are they ready to become the servant to the community? So this entire book is kind of a journey where if you go with that flow and if you understand the flow, indeed, I made myself available for people. So if they finding it difficult to really introspect, really find out what they want to do, I am willing to do workshops for them. I'm willing to do online workshop for them. So it leaves an impact. My purpose of the book is not to write the book, but to bring a smile on few faces, give a gift of authentic happiness to some people. If they get it, that's the success of this book. Right? So it's a very passion project for me. It's nothing like a business project for me. It is a passion project for me.
So that's what, when I read your book, even I felt the same thing. Like it's a flow, like it's a journey. There is no disconnect at any point in your book. And I felt that this questionnaire is the USP of your book. So Pankaj, when like you were talking about lonely at the top, my next question is about this. Like most of the people at some point in our life, we've questioned the very purpose of our existence. So what do you think? Why do we all feel so in spite of achieving all the name and fame?
Because we don't give ourselves respect of doing things what we are doing. So if you notice in the book, I mentioned small things that you do a lunch with your parents on weekend. Why do you do that? You don't feel that you're doing something because you have not given it or connected it with a purpose. If you give yourself a purpose, I do lunch with my parents because I respect them, I regard them. They have given me all this blood and sweat and knowledge to be where I am. And this is my give back time. I have to give them time. I have to tell them I am here for you. And then connected with a bigger objective of giving, inculcating the same culture and values with your kids, right? You, I'm growing old today. I am 50. My kids are already grown up. They are working, So will they give me time if I don't give time to my parents? So I'm doing this for a purpose of inculcating the culture in my kids. And I am doing this because I respect my parents. I want to maintain that touch with them. Does that simple lunch activity becomes important now? Does that gives you more satisfaction? It is a little authentic happiness for you. I have come from this lunch because of this, right? You read books for your kids, right? Bedtime stories, but have you given any purpose to it? Give it a big purpose. Give it a purpose like I am bonding. I'm making a relation with my child. Don't just make a purpose. I have to make him sleep so I can sleep. When you give purpose to small activities of your life become purposeful and you don't feel hollow. That's what I realize in something called forums or masterminds, right? When we sit there and we discuss without the fear of being judged or without the fear of being said, you are wrong, you are right. We have a system. You don't suggest me anything. We just share our experience and we learn from each other's wisdom. We felt that when we do these kind of things, we feel our life has a purpose. And then you don't feel hollow because you're authentically happy, right? I read this statement and I have been sharing that with everybody. You can never be alone. You can never be alone. One friend you need to make is books. If your books are your friends, you are never alone. You're always with so many characters of the book and you're always growing and learning.
So true. So, Pankaj, when I read your book, I observed that you have placed a lot of importance on core values of a person, which is a very basic thing, but it is so important. Can you please elaborate more on this? Like, how should a person handle the conflict between his or her core values and the path to success? Sometimes the path to success may not align with our values.
Okay. Let me say this thing. We all understand that selling, getting into illegal activities can give us good money, right? So do you define that as a success? Is anyone define that as a success? So if your values are awakened, you will never be on a path which doesn't align with your values. So the concept of or a statement saying that my core values does not align with my path of success will never be correct. You are a dentist, right? Somewhere caring for people is your value. That's why you are a dentist, right? Now, give me any hypothetical situation which you can think of where the path of success and values are in reverse direction. I mentioned two cases there. A gentleman getting a job offer from abroad, right? Path of success and the family value. Now, the values we need to prioritize everything in life. At times, the values. I need to provide for my family, which I cannot do sitting here, but I am getting a job where I will have to suppress this value a bit. But do I communicate with my family, discuss with them? And if they agree for that sacrifice, we do pick up the path of success over one value. But if my path of success is absolutely not aligned with my values, the work I need to do there It doesn't align with my value, but it only fetches me money. Is that a right way of life? And again, see, someone can say, yes, this is the right way for life. Okay, so then it is their value. It is matching with their core values. I value money right now because my kids are hungry. It doesn't matter it comes from what way. So yes, they are right. Somebody taught me something. He said nobody is doing wrong while they believe that this is wrong. Even a terrorist, when he's spreading the terror, he has been brainwashed or he believes that what he's doing is right for his purpose, right? So, that's a very different concept. When we start putting ourselves into different people's shoe, we realize that this was their purpose. This was aligned with their values. Right? It is always, your head, heart, and gut. A lot of times they are not synced. It is always to ask yourself and communicate with these three as if they are human beings, right? If you ask me, there's embraining is all about being able to communicate with your head, heart, and gut and bringing them into sync. And that's a beautiful concept.
True. It is individual ethics. Like you were talking about dentistry. So like I always, make it a point to follow my ethics. It is like, in spite of, if I want to achieve success, but I will never compromise on the quality of material which I am,
Right?
using just to make money. So,
Right.
yes.
So at the
So,
same time, understand the other dentist who might not value something like, he says, okay, if I put this filling, it is okay. The guy is not going to die. It's just that this filling will come out in 2 months' time. Okay. He'll come again, I'll make money. Somebody says, no, I am taking money from this person. The filling shall not come out for a year. Right?
true.
So it is my own value what I practice.
It is
It's
our
just
own.
that knowing the value. When we introspect, when we go into value mining, we start realizing what is our value, what I am practicing. And when I'm aligned, believe me, okay, what happens if you don't know your value, but you are in a situation? So let's say you work with another dental firm who want you to use that 2 months filling. You doing that because it is a job, but you're not liking it. When you are not liking it means it is not matching with your value.
Right. So first we need to do an introspection where the questionnaire stands through. So
Yeah.
Pankaj, you conduct various motivational workshops for professionals, corporates, and businessmen. You yourself are a part of BNI, and today we have many viewers with us who are in BNI too. So, what is when we talk about successful business model, what is the single most important message you want to put out to all of them?
The most successful people in the world are the ones, those are growing themselves. In businesses, often what happens is that we stop learning. We don't manage our time. We take everything in our hand and we are busy. The job of receptionist to the job of peon to the job of assistant, admin, HR, if I'm doing everything, I am not doing what I am capable of doing. So if you want to be successful, remember one thing. Don't do anything yourself which anyone else can do for you. Don't do anything for yourself because
We
you
should
are a
delegate.
businessman, right? Because if you delegate everything, what will happen? Will you sit idle? No. You will do things which only you can do and which will make your business grow, which will pave new possibilities, which will show you ways where you will have time to learn and grow and find new things. Most often, I see business people, they are engrossed in small activities and they came back home. I'm super busy. I'm not growing. You are not growing because you are doing the job of your driver. You're not growing. Right? So recently, a very beautiful story to share here. Uh, a BNI member, very new BNI member here in Dubai, he attended the workshop on time management. In 1 month, this guy delegated nearly everything. nearly everything. And after a month in the next session, he came and he discussed with me some challenges he facing while he delegated the work, right? He said, Pankaj, I have delegated everything. And now I am meeting only the new prospect clients, the bigger ones, which I was not having time. So I seriously see that it can work wonders. It is not only me. Let me share. Last Singapore Global Convention, Dr. Meisner took a session for us on delegation. Everybody talking about delegation. I am not talking anything unique. I am sharing my learning. I say it very clearly. I am not an author. I have not invented anything. I am just sharing my learning, which has helped me.
That is so humble of you. Pankaj, nowadays the term multitasking has become very trending. Many people take pride in the fact that they can multitask, but at the same time, there are people who get burned out because of multitasking. So what is your take on this? Do you think that multitasking decreases our focus and productivity, or it is a quality which we should embrace?
See, it depends on the scenario you are in. So right now, as you said, I am working for SMC. I am working QuestMind, which is my coaching passion, and I'm working BNI. I am working between three different companies of mine. Now, if an important work comes from SMC, right, I need to take care of that. If another work comes from QuestMind, I need to take care of that. And BNI, I need to take care of that. Do I do multitask? See, multitasking is nothing but the ability to switching from one thing to another thing quickly. Now, if your mind is in your control and you can switch off completely and do not forget what you was doing, good. So multitasking is not the word. I don't believe that I can do two things together, right? I cannot do two things together. I can only switch from one to another. Now, the the ability to switch quickly, ability to switch between different tasks quickly is understood as multitasking. That is all. So, should we do it? If you can do it well, do it. But then again, if you remember the Chinese theory, this is 25 minutes, work on one thing, then take a 5 minute break. Japanese, sorry. Then take another 25 minutes, work on something, break for 5 minutes. So when I'm doing one thing, can I stick to that one thing for 25 minutes? Then take that 5 minute break, refresh your mind, and then work on another thing. Nothing is going to harm you. Everything will happen correctly. But if the challenge is if I switch very, very quickly, I end up burning myself.
Right.
You will be more productive with this 25-minute, 5 minute technique.
This is a very nice idea. Like that means we should switch off from one activity and then take a break and move on to the next
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah. And these days, our WhatsApp thingy is very, very important. So what can we do? Just imagine if we take 25 minutes and then say 10 minutes for WhatsApp. 5 minutes, I'll check the messages. 5 minutes, I'll respond. If there is a task, I'll note it and I'll put it in the scheduler. So
So
you are done
Pankaj,
with that as well?
yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So Pankaj, in today's fast-paced world, anxiety and depression have become very common, and especially among the younger generation. And it is very human to feel low. You must also be having your blue days. So how do you sail through these gloomy days? Can you inspire a younger generation for inspiration?
My younger son, he speaks about this subject with me a lot. He's 21, and just imagine about this. I am 49 years old, and I remember when I was a child, I used to shiver in certain situations. I used to overthink a lot. Was that anxiety? Actually, now there are more terminologies given to things, right? We
Right.
were all scared of teachers. We all had anxieties, experiences. So anxiety is a part of life which has always been there, right? If you go back and check in Mahabharata, right, somebody created anxiety for Duryodhan. That while coming back, Krishna created anxiety to him. And he wore those leaves, which made him finally die and not being, immortal from her mother's eyes, things, right? Every time anxiety is part. But how you deal with it, how you sail through it, it happens. With me, I anxiety is part of life for everybody. Now, knowing that and taking it simply. So I don't like when a doctor tells me, Pankaj, you got a spondylitis. मैंने भाई, please just tell me भाई कंधे में दर्द हो रहा है. Don't give those big names because those big names gives you anxiety, right? So when we give ourselves these big names, I am having depression, I am having anxiety, I am talking to my brain in the negative way. If I say, yeah, I am not comfortable about the situation which is about to happen tomorrow, and you know, I have been thinking about it. What can I do? Brain will say, okay, watch a movie. Don't think about that. But if I say I have an anxiety, so the coding of that word within your brain is too bad. Another word I would say, phobia. How many people you see they would say we have a phobia? You know what does phobia means? If you have a phobia from a spider, my just saying spider, you should be, crashing down out here. Nothing less than that as a phobia. So my point is, I always sailed through this. So I used to say, you know my look, you seeing my look, right? And I would say, first look, people feel like very khadus person has come, a Hitler has come. My coach, she said, Pankaj, first of all, stop talking negative about yourself. Because when you talk that, even if people don't have in their eye, you presume that is happening. And then your reaction is like that. You're not able to connect to people. And last 2 years, I have stopped using these words for myself. And believe me, I am able to connect with people in the very first go there. So my point is, I am able to sail through all the anxieties, all the depressions which I face from time to time by giving them easier words.
Right.
Right? I just say the most easy word. I am depressed. I will not say, yeah, I'm not feeling good today. I'm feeling a little low. What can I do? So, somebody told me, don't use the word problem. So, problem, no. Oh, I have this challenge. Another thing, just imagine. Dr. Lavesh, you should do this. The should is a slavery word. Dr. Lavesh, do you feel if we do that, it will be better? Now it is okay. So, how you communicate to yourself, you can sail through all these things very smoothly, right? Just don't use harsh words. May it be a disease, may it be a situation, just use the softest possible words.
Wow, this is such a different perspective, Pankaj, and I'm going to apply this in my life. I'm so glad that I asked you this question. You're right. Actually, they have, like, it is all terminologies and it has become a taboo, like
Yes,
phobia, depression, OCD, and, people are more scared of the terminologies rather than the
right?
situation. So we should accept like all these anger,
It's a
anxiety feelings.
normal thing. It has always been there. Whatever we are facing today, it was there in our society from the beginning of the society. We are human being. We have a brain, right? I learned meditation in Vipassana. You know what they say? It is your brain, man. It will wander around. You just have to be cautious about that. The moment you catch him wandering around, bring it back and don't feel guilty of it because it is brain. It will go. So similarly, for every single situation, I say this thing. Use the easiest words and communicate. Be a vigilante of what you are communicating with yourself. Right? If you take care of your internal communication, your external word will be beautiful.
So, Pankaj, my next question to you is, when you were talking about business model, you spoke about accountability part here. Can you explain this to our viewers? Like you mentioned that your wife Shelly is your accountability partner. Not everybody in life is so lucky to even to enjoy the support of loved ones. So what should those people do who don't have any accountability partner?
Dr. Lavesh, have you seen this movie named Cast Away?
I
And
don't
do you
remember.
remember?
No.
Okay, this was a movie where a gentleman was flying in the FedEx plane and plane crashes over the sea. The guy is stuck on an island alone for years, for nearly a year. He was stuck. He had a partner there, and his name was Mr. Wilson. You know who was that partner? In the industry of sports, what is Wilson famous for? Volleyballs, basketballs, right? So he found a ball, and with his hand, which was full of blood, he holded the ball. So now it was a face for him, and he named it Mr. Wilson. For a year, he survived speaking with Mr. Wilson. If you say, I don't have an accountability partner, can you make a sheet of paper your accountability partner where you put a calendar, the old style calendar? You remember our moms used to use that calendars with those boxes, and they put on this date we'll do this. Every year we used to get those calendars. Now think about it. You have a milestone which you want to achieve by that day. Put it on that calendar. Put it on that calendar. Talk to yourself. Stand in front of that calendar. These days we have so many good things. I have Alexa. I can tell Alexa, put an alarm for this day and ask me this. Alexa will put an alarm. You can have anybody can be your accountability partner. Accountability partner simply means someone who can prompt you and ask you, okay, you said you will do this. Is it done? Oh, it is not done. Why? What happened? So how will you finish it? By when will you finish it? And if you are married and have kids, I'll give you a Ramban in my language. Make your child your accountability partner because that's the last person you want to fail in front of. If you have
Very
a
true.
child who is early teenage, make him your accountability partner. Tell him, Bo, this is what I have decided, and this is I'm gonna do this week. Can you be my accountability partner and question me? I'm giving you the authority to scold me if required. Tell him that you have the authority to scold me if required, and I am happy to do that for you. Just 1 second. Let me adjust the light a bit for you. This is funny. Yeah, this is okay. So just imagine your son coming to you and saying, Mom, you said you will do this. Have you done it? You don't want to fail there, right? That's the best accountability partner. If you don't have someone, do you have a employee, colleague with you, your nurse? Can you make them your accountability partner? I always prefer making an accountability partner who can, and I give them right. So right now I have an outsourced CFO, which is a BNI member with me. I told her the first thing I want to give you this work only if you question my decisions on finances. If you feel मैं पंकज से question नहीं पूछ सकती, then I am not giving you this. Just give them the authority and the power to question you and hold you accountable. And if you don't want to, have Mr. Wilson.
It is very important to keep us on the right track.
See, it is us who keeps us on the right track, right? Even if I tell Shelly, okay, I have not done it, will that help? First of all, I need to hold myself accountable. And then I have somebody to check on me. That somebody can be intelligent and that somebody can be Mr. Wilson. If it is intelligent, yes, it added more value. If it is somebody close to you, it added more value. But not having a solution is never a solution. So I does not let any of my team member come to me with a problem or a challenge. My only question is if you were to solve this or find a solution for this, what is your solution? Until you are giving me your solution, I am not going to present you with the solution.
So Pankaj, my very last question to you is, At Pick a Book, we have many budding authors as well as people who inspire to become authors. Through your writing journey, what is your advice to all of them?
Be authentic to yourself. Try and write what you know, what you have been through. Share the stories of people. Yes, you can change the name. We have all gone through various ups and downs in our life. We have seen and witnessed so many things. The more authentic it is, it will touch the mind and heart of your audience. And when they are touched, believe me, they would want to read it, they would want to pick it up. And most importantly, when we are authentic and when we are truthful, the universe will help you and get your book to maximum number of people possible.
So, Pankaj, thank you for being so patient and wonderful. Can we take up some questions from the audience now?
You're very welcome.
Dear viewers, if you want to ask any questions, you are welcome. You can please type your questions in the chat box if you are feeling hesitant. So never mind, if you have any questions, you can always contact Pankaj on social media. Pankaj, so before we wrap up, we would be very pleased to hear from you about your experience today on Author Saga platform and as well as about Pick a Book Club.
So it is a wonderful experience out here speaking with you and having different questions, right? And we not only spoken within the book, we have spoken on different platforms, and it helps me learn. Whenever I come to any session, whenever I speak about my book with people, it helps me learn more. And that's the journey. For me, I am a golden nugget collector. I communicate with people in order to learn something from them.
So Pankaj, all these questions were actually, prepared by me because they came out naturally, when I read your book. So it is like commendable the way you have written your book. I had many more questions, but of course, because of restraint of time. So
You are very much welcome. Indeed, any of your listener, if they want to connect and or they want to know more about anything, they can all easily contact me. I have a website called pankajgupta.me, Middle East, ME, pankajgupta.me, and you have a direct WhatsApp link with me there. You can communicate with me. We can do a session for you if you need to. And my end purpose is definitely to nurture as many lives as I can. And if that helps me, why not?
So Pankaj, thank you so much for taking out time to be a part of Pick a Book and for sharing your remarkable insights and your personal journey with us tonight. And you are doing an incredible service to the mankind, by spreading much needed positivity and motivation. And I'm sure your book is undoubtedly going to inspire many more, and it has already inspired me. And Pick a Book wishes you a successful writing journey ahead. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Dr. Lavesh, and thank you, Pick a Book team. Thank you, Anshu, for inviting me here. Thanks, Oshri, for coordinating everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you here. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, no session is complete or successful without the participation of audience. So I would like to thank each one of you for being a part of this wonderful session at Author Saga today. And I'm sure that you will leave feeling inspired and motivated to embark on your journey of life transformation. And I am 100% sure that the first thing you're going to do today is to go and buy the book Being. But remember, the journey to self-discovery and fulfillment is a lifelong adventure. So keep reading, keep growing, and thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.